What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Wingin podcast. Andre, how you doing, man?
I'm in an especially good mood because I I'm not even going to talk about why I'm in a good mood because I'll be spoiling a lot of stuff for people. But let's just put it this way: you need to watch season 3 of Castlevania.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else.
we're gonna get to that at the end of the podcast. We're gonna give our little first impressions. He's watched all of it. I'm 5 episodes in. I hate being an adult, but we're gonna give our first impressions at the end of the episode. But this week in review, as it is, uh, Stadia. We got to start this off with Stadia. So the so it came out that there are only like 28 games on the service so far, and that the one of the main issues is developers not getting. I don't know if
Not
it's
getting
a
properly paid.
yeah, not getting properly paid. So the question is, will Google shut down Stadia? Now, at first, I would say yes, but then later on in the week, they went and got somebody from Sony Santa Monica.
Mm.
So I don't think they're shutting them down right now, but I think if they don't do something
They
soon,
don't do something soon. Yeah, it's going to have to be closed out.
yeah,
Yeah. Here's a point to think about. People said that the Wii U had no games, but the Wii U launched with 35 titles in
hmm
its launch window.
hmm facts,
35.
facts,
So, yeah, Stadia. And all Stadia is an online Wii U. If anybody looks at what it's supposed to do, it's an online Wii U. That's it. I just don't like the premise of paying for games and then you never own them, and if they're ever taken off servers, you can't play them anymore.
yeah,
So
that's
then your
kind of
money is a waste.
and let's be honest. I think with me, I think the whole problem was they did not do a good job of explaining it.
Oh
That's
no,
the
they
other
didn't.
thing, and the other thing is they didn't release any exclusive that says I need to get this. They
Nope.
released a bunch of third party games. Now remember, all through the last generation, oh, third parties is how you sell stuff. Third parties how you sell stuff.
Those of us that knew better said
Yeah,
exclusives were the way you sell a platform.
yeah.
And
Because I
largely,
have to
you're
go
right.
here to get this. If I have to go here to get this, then I have to get that system. I don't have to go to Stadia to get nothing.
Yeah, for all those people that make fun of Nintendo for their lineup, look how many people are excited for Animal Crossing. Let
Yeah.
that sink in.
It's it's funny when the creators of Doom are like, "Yeah, we're getting Animal Crossing too." Let that sink in.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but still.
I'm just like I'm surprised because I'm like, dude, y'all supposed to be. But I want that. I want that Doom Animal Crossing crossover so bad. Ever since I've been seeing like all them posters and stuff, Boss Logic killing me. So
um,
want to see.
there, for my channel, there is a video for that will be launching launch day for both those games. So there you go. Video's already done, uploaded, just waiting for launch day. So
yeah. So do I want Stadia to go away? No, I don't. I don't want to see
it's the
anybody.
concept that the concept itself is it's interesting enough, but their execution was horrible.
Yeah, I really think it shouldn't have. They shouldn't even brought it up last year.
Mm.
Honestly, I think they should have waited until they had at least 1 to 3 exclusives that you can't get anywhere else. That's not timed exclusive. I'm talking about theirs.
This
It,
holy ghouls. Hey
yeah,
Google, I can help you with that. I got the look. If you need ideas from somewhere, at least listen to somebody that might, like has been accurate about gaming in the last 3 to 4 years, and not everybody that's been hyperbolic and saying, "Oh, you need third parties to sell everything." You need them, but you
but
don't
not.
need them to sell your platform. You need them to fill in between when you launch your exclusives.
I mean, if you want to take a look at what Sony and Microsoft have said in the last year about exclusives.
Mm. Didn't
Sony
take a
and
look at.
Microsoft, they both said that no, we're gonna have stuff that you can't get anywhere else on the Series X and on 5.
Mm-hmm. Though the Series X is waiting 2 years into it, I don't.
Yeah, I, but that's
That's
I,
that's, that's them.
yeah, that's
I'm not going to judge their plan until I see it in action.
yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, I this is what we've been saying.
Hey,
This is
look
what
at
we've been
look
saying.
at Nintendo right now.
I mean,
Almost all of their exclusive mainline games have sold over 1 million units.
and a lot of them over 10.
So,
Look, I know we don't have a lot of stuff on because Nintendo hasn't done an info dump direct. I'm not gonna. I was okay. Let me preface this. I was talking to a good friend of ours, Vicky White, um, this week, and she asked me a question like, "Do you think that game specific directs are directs?" Yes, they are. If
yeah,
Nintendo says they are a direct, I don't care if it's 6 minutes. It's a direct. Now the problem is with some people, if you go by that, we've had two directs this year. We've had the Smash
yep.
Bros. One, and we've had the Animal Crossing one. So it's not accurate to say we hadn't had a direct. We've had a direct. The problem is what you want is the info dump direct.
And even then, that's still not true because
Yeah,
those indie directs have happened
have
in
happened as well.
between
Yeah,
that. So that would mean that we've had at least since last year, since the middle of last year, we've had about 8 different directs.
yeah. That so there you go. If they say it's a direct, it's a direct. So I understand that people want an info dump. I I I'm of the I am of the because I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm too busy playing in my backlog. I got so much crap in my backlog. So I'm like, if we get one, cool, I'll watch it. I just hope it doesn't. I just hope none of those release dates correlate with something I'm getting as well, because that's gonna mess up my my financial portfolio. so so
Nintendo ain't gonna care.
yeah, they don't. They really give a damn about my wallet. But that's the thing. I'm like, I it's not that big of an issue to me on the direct side, because Nintendo can drop one thing this year, and we've seen this when they've done this before, and it works. Breath of the Wild 2. If they drop that this if they drop that this year, what's gonna happen?
Mm.
I mean, I remember one year all they dropped was, what was it? Smash? Was it Smash Bros. The only thing they dropped that year? It was something they only dropped one game. No, was it no? What game was it they dropped? It was, people was like, if you only do this one game, I'll be happy, and that's the only game they showed. People
Well,
got
no,
that, but the game sold out the wazoo. I can't
well,
remember what game it
I
was.
actually think that was Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that might have been Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Breath of the Wild. So I'm like, they drop Breath of the Wild 2 and do the same thing again, dude.
Plus,
They
honestly, it's not like Nintendo isn't constantly releasing information. Because if you pay attention to their channel, they are, honestly, you will see that there have been multiple uploads about different games coming out. They're just not doing a massive
don't.
dump of
Yeah,
everything on everybody. That's the only thing they haven't done. They're
and
still steadily dropping information. It's just like people are either impatient or blind.
a
Maybe
mix of
both.
both. A mix of both. A mix of both. Because, and also the other thing I think about that is people got to understand there's a whole new like change in leadership over there. So you don't know. Doug Bowser maybe don't want to do that shit. He's like,
Might
I ain't
not.
trying to do that shit. I'm about this, and I'm trying to make sure this, and this go. Get somebody else to do that. You don't know. We don't know. So, and maybe they don't want to cannibalize on Animal Crossing. Maybe they're like, look, we want everybody to get Animal Crossing. We'll drop a direct week after.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know they're gonna drop. I have a pretty good feeling they will drop one before E3. I just think they will, because there's a lot of stuff hidden spring. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure they will drop something before E3. And E3 is, well, we don't know if E3 is gonna happen this year, but um, I'll just say before the week of E3, we'll probably get something in the effect of an info dump.
Yeah, I'm
In
pretty
the
sure.
effect,
I'm pretty sure there's one coming, and
yeah,
it's not thing like this big event thing. I
yeah,
mean, funny how many of these people joked about, how stupid this concept was before, and now they're the ones crying about it.
Oh, dude, man, you have no idea how much I've been laughing on Twitter
Like
because
I'm like
some of the
like
same people,
I
some of
remember
the
all of y'all on Nintendo scared everybody. That's why they not going to do.
mhm,
That's why they not doing a big E3 presentation. But
mhm.
now y'all sitting there thirsting for them directs like they a goddamn drug. You bunch of crackheads. Y'all in labeling like y'all know who y'all. Y'all know who
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah, y'all know who you are because
And then,
y'all
like
get y'all,
and
especially gamers at large. Y'all gave gamers at large hell.
all of us hell for that. I
Yeah,
remember that. Clearly.
yeah, y'all gave all of us hell, and now y'all some of
But
the same people sitting here crying, bitching, and moaning.
I mean, it just makes you think like who turned out right in the end? The people that were paying attention or the people that reacted?
And on
Simple.
that, so Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this game so bad.
How do y'all keep teasing us, man? Just give us a goddamn release date already. Give us
But
a damn release date.
no, but they got 4 more characters to release.
I don't care. Give me a release date.
Look, you got 4 player multiplayer, local and I'm assuming online.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you got your boy with what was his name now?
Adam.
No, not Adam, the one they just released.
Oh, the big sumo Mexican
The
looking
big
dude
Samoan dude.
Jack's
Yeah,
with Jack's arms
yeah,
from Mortal
exactly.
Kombat 2.
Like so you got your 4 characters now. And then they have other planned character reveals, hopefully soon.
Hopefully skate.
Look, don't not bring him back. Y'all brought the older brother back. Y'all might as well bring him back too.
Yeah.
Like, don't like have it. Look, I want to be able to play that game where you can have both. You can have the brothers and the daughter niece combo together.
Yep.
You might like y'all set yourselves up for this by releasing Cherry first and then dropping Adam right after her.
No people won't skate, so I'm not even going.
Set yourselves up for it. So Skate needs to show back up. I don't care if you don't call him Skate. You can call him Sammy like he was called in Japan. You just say he might have got older and he don't like being called Skate no more. But he better still have all them breakdance moves.
Yeah. I mean, he ain't got to. He don't even have to have the inline skates no more. Just let him
Nah,
have moves.
just let him do breakdancing as his fighting style instead of having the skates.
Yeah.
And make him more like a parkour character. It would fit right in line with going from the skates.
Yeah. Have him do all that free running. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
It would fit right in line with his character. I mean, like, and then you'd have all 3 of them in the game together, being able to play with that set together. And you also have the original trio you can play with together. So again, y'all set yourselves up for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Stop
you
teasing
did.
everybody. And
That's
the
what I'm
only
saying.
other
I'm like, I love what y'all doing. I love how it looks. I love the gameplay stuff y'all been showing. But yeah, release date.
release date is
Release date.
mandatory. And another thing, that girl with the snake, we ain't seen nothing about her since the first trailer.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm like, hold on. She been shown up like 3 times now. Where is she? Because she was a major character. If you're going by how that looked, she was a major character. She was a major character for a reason. What's the what's the reason? Because y'all like it was like, hold on, we gonna misdirect y'all here by putting in characters we know everybody care about. I didn't forget.
Yeah. Nobody forgot. Like, and plus it don't help that YouTube keep putting it in my suggestions.
Look, only other thing I'm looking for is a release date, and if y'all gonna let cross-platform play be done, y'all might as well. Might
Yeah,
as
at
well
this
just do
point, yeah, at this point, any like side scrolling beat 'em up, any online co-op game should be cross platform. Just going and just going to do it. I mean, I because at this point, I don't, especially with what CD Project Red just put the whole damn industry on notice. They
it.
pretty much just outed y'all. They pretty much just outed every developer.
Yeah, I gotta love that one, don't you?
Yeah, they just outed all y'all. So yeah, Yeah, get on that. So, but in all seriousness though, I am looking forward to Streets of Rage 4. I'm just like I'm tired of seeing to be announced 2020. Like, stop doing that. Put a date to it. If Ghost of Tsushima can get a date, y'all can get a date. Just saying. So, Andre, I'm gonna need you to get your cousins, Team Ninja. this they charging for hair color to change the hair color. They have lost their
which
damn
is one,
mind.
which is a dumb idea because people that mod and hack games is just going to hack into the game's coding and change the colors to what they wanted to be.
Anyway, so I'm like,
I, I
first,
don't I don't get why y'all charging for that
okay, well, first of all, DOA 5 and DOA 6 had like a ridiculous amount of money in freaking
costume.
DLC,
No,
and
no, no,
the
no.
majority of it was cosmetic.
Yeah, like it was costumes,
Yeah,
like hundreds of dollars worth of costumes.
I mean, if
I'm
we're gonna be
sorry.
honest, if we was gonna be honest, DOA 6 when it came out, because I haven't gotten it yet, but I still plan on getting the game. The game is 59. That's fine. The DLC pack was $93 and it was like 93.68. And I'm like, what the hell was in the DLC? I'm like, oh, they probably gonna get all the Virtual Fighter characters and all that. No,
Nope, not
no.
costumes though.
When you looked at it, when you went through and looked at what was in the DLC pack, I'm like, y'all done lost y'all damn mind. But then to have them go and say, we're charging to change the hair color. How much did this game damn cost?
It didn't
Is
cost that much.
is what I
There's
want to know.
no way it cost that
Yeah.
much. I'm
'Cause I'm like, come on, Team Ninja, y'all better than this. Now I know why that game ain't on Nintendo. Nintendo ain't gonna let y'all do that shit.
yeah,
Nintendo ain't
nah.
gonna let y'all do that. So yeah,
It wouldn't be worth putting it on there.
yeah.
And anybody playing it on PC is just gonna, like I said, they're just
Yeah,
gonna
they gonna
mod it.
mod it. They gonna
They're
mod
not
it
gonna pay
themselves,
you for that. They'll just mod it themselves.
and you gonna
I don't
still
know
look.
what the hell's wrong with y'all.
Yeah. So I didn't understand that, but I had to bring that up. You can find that article on Game Rant and on IGN.
The
It,
next thing they're gonna be doing is charging for changing eye colors.
yeah, I'm like, what the? Yeah. So
They're,
okay,
they're,
whatever.
gonna, they're gonna charge you for hair, eyes, and skin. So
Yeah.
they're already charging the arm and the leg for all these ridiculous outfits these characters don't need. Many of them have nothing to do with anything the characters were involved in.
And some of them, let's be honest, are just
They're just fan service.
they're just fan service. I mean, now I wouldn't be mad if you talking about okay, we're gonna put in the stuff from the volleyball game because that's an actual game in the Dead or Alive series. But when you start talking about we're gonna put in holiday stuff and all, no man,
Like this ain't Fortnite.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
Fortnite. You're
yeah.
not gonna get away with it.
Now the funny thing about it is I heard the game is actually fun to play. DOA 6 is actually fun to play from what I've heard, but I'm like, bruh,
That's ridiculous.
that's ridiculous. That's straight up ridiculous. So yeah, whatever. But let's move into something a little bit more positive. Beautiful Joe. So people were asking Kamiya. He had a Q&A. I want to say at PAX. I think this came from, and somebody asked him about Beautiful Joe and would he like to see a remaster? Kamiya said yes, and he would actually like to finish it, but there's nothing he can do about it. You have to ask Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that whole Project GG, when he said the Hero Trilogy, it really does not have anything to do with Beautiful Joe. So I okay. So I was hoping it did, but I'm like, okay, all right, that's cool. But apparently he does remember that he said it was supposed to have been three movies, aka 3 games, and he never got the chance to finish it. And he would
Yeah.
like to finish it. Me personally, I think it would be a great idea to remaster both of those and put them on
I
probably
mean,
Switch, PS4, and PC.
to be technical, there are 4 games in the series. Because you got
Yeah,
the 2 main games,
games.
then
You
you
got
got
the
the game that was
3DS,
on the DS
the
game, and then
DS.
you
Yeah,
had Red Hot Rumble, which was
yeah,
on the GameCube, and that's kind of like Smash.
yeah. But
So if they could put that whole collection together, they could show that people really want to play the series. A Beautiful Joe collection is like a no-brainer.
Yeah, and Capcom can't say they don't do collections. They're
They
Devil May
done done too many goddamn collections as it is.
yeah, Devil May Cry, anything with the word street and fighter in it. So
Mega, Mega,
and
and
man,
Man.
yeah. So I mean, yeah. At this point, I would like to see it just because like the Beautiful Joe games one and two are two of my favorite games. Off the simple fact that they made fun of Hollywood and Hollywood couldn't say a damn thing because it was all
Nothing.
facts. It was all
Nothing.
facts. I'm like when, especially in the second one where they had the Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic Park, and he couldn't get work, so he was he, he was the main villain in like every chapter, even though he wasn't the real villain. He was just somebody trying to get work. So in one chapter he was like a security guard. In the next chapter he was like a kung fu dude with a karate gi on and a mustache. I was like, what the? And it was the Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic Park.
Oh man.
I was just laughing. I'm like, wow, bro, y'all really went there. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. So I would love to see that just because, especially since we're in the age of remasters. I don't have a problem if you're going to remaster something from the sixth gen and below. I have no problem with that because I think some of the best games out of those generations I think they would do well with a remaster. And
Mhm.
saying that, I did get a chance to play the Final Fantasy remake. I did a Let's Talk, giving my impressions of it, and it got me thinking. There's a certain game in that I am a fanboy of. Y'all probably know the series of what I'm talking about, and we've been doing a little bit of a Let's Talk basic look series of spin-offs on this channel about it, and after playing that Final Fantasy VII remake, Nintendo, uh, yeah, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Let's get it. Let's go on.
Full
Now,
scale remake.
full scale remake with voice acting,
For
and
everybody but Link. Everybody but Link.
no, nah. This time I'm just going to do Link so I can have everybody who keeps complaining about it. So let them talk
Nah.
and get the wrong voice actor for it, so people can shut up about it, and then we can go back to
Oh.
being the
Nah,
Avatar us.
nah, see, that's where I just put the Japanese voice on because I don't think the. I don't think, I'm sorry, but Western wise, when I listen to again, just like Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
Yeah,
Western versus Eastern voice acting was way better,
yeah, yeah.
way better.
Facts, facts.
You
But yeah, I would actually like to see an Ocarina of Time remake in the same vein that they did with Final Fantasy VII. I wouldn't mind it. Well, I don't know. Should they use the Breath of the Wild engine?
I mean, if you want them to go, well, they could,
Yeah,
because I mean, at that point in time, because that would allow that version of Hyrule to actually be more alive and have things
yeah,
going on in it
yeah,
instead of how it was.
yeah. And the for a game that was hindered by the limitations of the time, it still is a damn good game.
Mm.
I'm like, even when I played on the 3DS, I'm like, dude, it's still. Now they did kind of quasi remake it, quasi.
Basically, they upgraded the look
Yeah,
and they made it so that you didn't have to keep going in and out your menu to equip them iron boots.
yeah, yeah. But I would love to just see that get the remake treatment as well. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo won't have to put it on in an episodic format, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have to put it on multiple discs. Shots fired. So
Yeah. Honestly, they did this remaster. They could put both games on
on
one
one
cart
card, yeah. I doubt both of those games would be over 20 gigs, all said and done.
because you're not changing the scaling of the world. You're
Yeah,
just updating the world. But they're not changing the scaling and the size, and the Breath of the Wild engine actually would work very well for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
yeah. So yeah, I would love to see that. If you want to hear my thoughts on it, just look at the Let's Talk. I put a playlist for my Let's Talks because I'm gonna be doing more and more of those in the coming weeks. So if you want to see my first impressions on that, Let's see what else we got. Oh, now you guys know I have multiple consoles, and I usually get them usually at the beginning of the console cycle. So last week was marks the 3 year anniversary of the Switch. Another Let's Talk on that as well. Check that out. Um, shameless plug on my own channel. Um, but uh, do you play any games from the launch window? And I found myself doing that a lot. I'm not one of those gamers that, yes, man, I'm so real at gaming. I only play one game, then I discard it. No, if I like a game, I keep playing it. So like Breath of the Wild, for instance, Super Mario Odyssey, when I need a good laugh because that game is freaking hilarious. Arms, I still actually play. I know a lot of people don't play that, but I still play that. I think that's a fun game that it could have served from an actual story mode. I think.
That's probably their biggest problem with it, and
Yeah.
hopefully, because I mean, I'm pretty sure it sold well enough for
It
them to
made
do a
it
second
sold over
game.
2 million. It sold over two, and they weren't
Yeah,
expecting
so
that. So
so they definitely did well enough to get a sequel. So maybe in the future, don't do what Overwatch did and not have like an actual dedicated story and then wait for the second game.
to do that, yeah, because that's probably not smart at all. But uh, because I wouldn't actually mind seeing Arms as like anime or something because it's so ridiculous that
Yeah,
I think it could actually work.
it would.
Plus, with a DLC character from Lil Mac with Samus coming to the ring for him.
I still have no idea why that became a thing. I have no clue.
I don't, but the memes that came from that was so freaking hilarious, dude. With
People
Samus
were
sound
all
love
over that.
and he was scared to death.
I mean, look, if I was Lil Mac, I'd be scared too. I'm like, this is somebody who blows up planets for a living.
Yeah,
I I don't know if I what. I'd be like, hold on,
if this
she's
don't work,
she's become my hold up, like she's become my stalker. Okay, okay, I'm a
yeah,
little worried. I'd,
that's
I'd be like, well, I'm a little worried here.
that's the thing. Like if they ever made a Smash Bros. Anime, they could play off of that so hard. They could play off of that, and now I think that would work hilariously. That would just work hilariously to everybody's favor.
But I mean, plus honestly, I would love to see Lil Mac in arms, and he doesn't have the daggone arms, but he's just extremely fast
Yeah,
to make up for it.
yeah. Like he doesn't have the power of the arm, so he can't like stretch, but he can get inside still.
Get inside and hit strike hard as all hell.
Yeah. So that would actually be fun. That would actually be funny to me. That would really be funny to me if they actually went on and did that. But yeah, that's like one of those games where you're like, okay, it's kind of like Splatoon. Like Splatoon was weird. It was weird, but it was fun. Like Arms to me was weird and fun, but they stopped supporting it. So I'm like, okay, y'all had these party crashes, which were actually I actually love the party crashes, just like I love the Splatfest. But then they stop, and you're like, dude, y'all should keep it going. Like, just keep it going. Like, just say, okay, look, we may not do it one every month, but we'll do one every quarter.
Yeah, like yeah, that would
Just make it a
actually
whole
be.
weekend. Be like from Thursday to Tuesday is your Splatfest and your uh aren't your crash, your party crash. I'm like, come on, man, it's easy unless they have a part two that I don't know about,
It
and
might be. It
it's
might
gonna
be.
release, and knowing Nintendo, it'll release the same day they do the direct. I hate when they do that. I hate when they do that.
The digital version will release the same day as the
Yeah.
direct, and the physical copy will come out like a week or a week and a
Yeah,
half
yeah,
later.
later, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I hate when y'all do that crap. Like, yes, we did you like that gameplay? Well, guess what? It'll be ready today. Like you, you
Like,
know,
oh, you like that game? Well, guess what? Get your wallets ready because it'll be ready in about 30 seconds.
yeah,
So get on your go ahead, log on your Switch, get in the Nintendo store, and get ready to buy it.
like you like, God, man, I'm at work. You know, I can't. You mother. So yeah.
Well, to their defense, people can take their switches with them, and Wi-Fi is almost
Yep.
everywhere now.
That is true.
So they banking on that. They be like, "Oh, you watching this on your phone, right? Game dropping in 2 minutes. Go ahead, go buy it."
Yeah. Like what the like Nintendo man, yeah. Do you even respect my checking account? Do you even respect my checking account? Because I'm starting to feel like y'all don't respect my checking account for real.
As far as look, as far as they can take it out to dinner and get the money.
Yeah, basically that's what they want. I need the money. So yeah, that's
They treat you right. They'll take you out to a nice dinner, get you an expensive meal. They'll talk you up all nicely and sweetly. Then they'll get in your ear and whisper little things. And then when the time comes and the check is there, they'll say, "Here you go."
yeah. You wanted that game, right? I mean, it's right there for you. It's right there. Go.
Right
Don't
there.
worry about your backlog. Your backlog is not that important. Them games gonna be there. This is right now. You need to worry about the here and now. You know, the here and now.
Oh
The
man.
here and now. I said get the damn game. The here and now. The here and now. You know, we've been listening to a lot of Teddy Pendergrass. He started hollering at you halfway through the song. So yeah. If y'all don't know who Teddy Pendergrass is, he's a soul singer, and
Oh,
he's quite literally known for yelling at people during the song. Like one of his songs is "Turn Off the Lights," and halfway through the song, he literally yells, "Turn off the lights!" Like it's almost like he came through the radio, slapped you, and told you to turn the damn lights off.
like,
Like
look, I got y'all set up and nice and ready. Just do as I'm instructing you, and
yeah,
things will go smooth. Just do
didn't I say
what I'm
turn off
telling
the lights?
you.
Turn off
I
the
told you,
lights.
turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights.
Turn off,
I
motherfucker.
said turn them off. I ain't do damn. I unplugged it. The lights off.
Lights off, unplugged. Like, oh, nah, I ain't having him come back.
Yeah.
Nope.
This dude's way too. He's too intimidating as an R&B singer in the world.
Oh man.
The most intimidating R&B singer of all times. You gonna do what Teddy Pendergrass say? I don't want to hear no back talk.
Oh man.
One of y'all gonna do what I said. So yeah, yeah. I know some of y'all young folks don't know about that. Learn your history. So
Look him up. Look
yeah,
him
just
up. That's all you
learn your.
gotta do.
Matter of fact, go on your parents. Ask your mom and daddy. They know who he is. That's how you got here. So so that being said, ratings. So that being said, uh, I guess we can go on and talk about Castlevania season 3. Give our first impressions as it. So, first of all, let me for parents, let me go on and break this down to you. So for
Not for
any of
kids. No. There's no breakdown. It's not for kids. Don't let kids watch it. That's all you got to know. And if you do let your kids watch it, you better be willing to explain everything that's going on in that anime to them, or don't show it. Simple as that. Just like them dumbass parents that took their kids to go see Deadpool and wanted to smack them across their goddamn face. Don't do it.
and
Simple as
that's our
that.
disclaimer. And that's our disclaimer. So yeah, thank you for the disclaimer. So yeah, if you haven't watched any of it, the first season was 4 episodes because they were just testing to see if people like it. It did phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah, the second season we got 8 episodes, and
The end of the second season was.
yeah, I will put it like this: they made you feel bad for Dracula,
I mean,
and
they've made you feel bad for Dracula from the start, but
yeah,
you felt horrible for him by the end of that second
yeah,
season.
it was just like, dude, I was him apologizing at the screen. I was like, man, I'm sorry, dude,
All right,
man.
bro.
You shouldn't have to go through that shit, man. For real, dude. That is jacked up. So and there's one scene where they pretty much Disney Pixar you into your
Oh
emotions.
no, like you got this massive battle going on, and then they just had this one small moment that just break the whole thing, and it breaks your heart. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
The hardest thug will be like, dang, cuz man, that's cuz man. You know, I ain't crying or nothing because I ain't no baby. I'm just
Look,
saying, dog.
they gonna wait for everybody to be gone, and start weeping and shit.
Yeah. Man, it's jacked up, man. It did my boy like that, you know. So season 3 starts and it picks up. They never gave a real time frame of what we're looking at.
Season 3 seems like it picks up almost right after the end of season 2, like maybe a month or two
Yeah.
after it.
So
Because Trevor and Cypher do reference it a couple times, and Alucard says it once in the first episode, I think, but then he was like, maybe a month.
yeah,
So yeah,
and so a little bit of spoilers if you haven't seen it, but that's on you, not on us. Um, so the thing with Alucard in the first couple episodes, he is going crazy
yeah, he's going nuts.
because
He's going crazy because he's by himself,
yeah, in a
alone,
in a big house with a humongous basement,
all alone.
all alone. I'm like, y'all kind of, you know what, Trevor and Cypher, y'all kind of jacked up for doing that. Y'all kind of jacked up for doing that, leaving that man by himself.
This man had dolls of them in the
Yeah,
kitchen. I'm like, bruh, seriously.
and he
he,
was talking to
he was
himself
talking
as
to
them.
himself. Yeah, I'm like, gosh damn. Whew.
I'm like,
I'm
yeah, dude.
sorry. Like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh, cuz you need a friend because you are losing it. So
Yeah, he definitely needs some
like
friends.
get a pet or get a friend, do something.
Like, man, go
Like
get a dog, a cat, something.
a lion, something.
Shit, get a wolf.
Yeah,
That fit right with you. Get a wolf.
yeah, like geez, dude. So yeah, they take time to do that, and then you get like now the one thing about the Castlevania series that you gotta love is how they set up their action and the Powerhouse Animation, the studio that does the animation, they've been getting better season after season with their animation or the action. I gotta give them that.
I will concur there
Yeah, because
fully.
they have it ratchets up and they always do a very good job of showing everybody's strengths and weaknesses as far as the action is concerned. They do have some Game of Thrones moments in there especially in
Oh
season
yeah,
3.
definitely towards the end of it.
Yes. In the beginning of
I,
season 3, that there's a character that you hate from season 2 that you like, bruh. It kind of reminds you of Theon Greyjoy, and you like, I hate this dude. He deserves everything he get, and then you see what
then
they
you
do to
look at
him.
it
You're
like,
like, I'm
ooh, man, I'm
sorry.
sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Nobody deserves that. Just kill him. Like either bite him and turn him into a vampire, or just kill him. He don't deserve this. So,
Well, there's this reason they can't turn into a vampire though, which is
oh
explained.
yeah, I
But
forgot. Well, but when you see it, you'll get what I'm saying. You're like, just kill the dude. Dang,
just
just
you just end his misery.
yeah,
Just
please. I'm like, it, the stuff they do to him is like beyond jacked up. It's like, okay, lady, look, I know you a vampire and you evil and you like the Emma Frost of the Castlevania world, but you need to take a bath and calm the hell down with
oh
your evilness.
yes, she definitely did need a. She needed like to wash herself clean of everything and just fresh start for the day or something.
Yeah, 'cause
Cause she, ooh,
I'm like, but
look when we do see her die, I'm predicting it's gonna be a horrible slow death.
unless they Cersei it and just like let her die in a collapse or something. I hope they don't do that
No,
on
I
Castlevania.
don't think you can't really do that with vampires in Castlevania. That don't work.
Yeah, you have to do some other
She
stuff.
has to be taken out on screen. There is no. I mean, she could be off screen.
Yeah,
She could
yeah,
be off screen by the right character.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what I'm enjoying about this season is there is gore in it. There is, and
since since the beginning. So
yeah,
again, not for kids.
yeah. So, and the other thing about the gore that they do in it, while it some of it does happen to the human characters, I have to say that they don't go overboard with it. This ain't like Mortal Kombat or something where they just keep killing the person that they're already dead. They usually just show what happens to them and they die.
Yeah, and then they move on.
Yeah, and then they move on. And it's not like uh elongated sequences. It's like, okay, it's 10, 20 seconds, boom, they killed them this way, on to the next person. They killed that one that way, on to the next person. And it's not that many scenes of it. From what I've seen in the first 5 episodes, I haven't seen like excessive gore in my opinion. But then again, I
Nah,
haven't seen excessive gore in any of this. It's gore in there, but it ain't excessive. And
No,
so
it's
it's
basically
jacked up.
usually right to the point.
Yeah, and most of it is jacked up.
Yes, it is very jacked up.
Yeah, yeah, not for the squeamish. I'll put it to you like that. It's just not for the squeamish. But it's not. It's like I said, it doesn't go overboard, and it's not like gratuitous to the point where you're just like, okay, y'all just doing this just because.
Doing it just for the shock value,
Yeah,
and the good thing that they're not doing it that way because that would have ruined the series.
yeah. Now the fights that when Trevor fights and Cypher fights, there are I don't really call that gore. I just call it like because the way they do it, the fight happens, the magic kills them, and on to the next.
Look, that's more humane than some of the ways you see some of the characters die.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and they do. It's a lot of cultism, but then there's a lot of cultism in the Castlevania games. But
Yeah, it's always
this,
been in the war.
this cultism is a little bit on the crazy cuckoo cultism side of life. You're like,
Oh
bro,
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
like y'all are doing what? Dude, okay, hold on. The person you're following didn't even want y'all to do that. So why are you doing that? So yeah, it's yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. So
and
um,
and and it does catch you with the right comedic moments too. Like sometimes the pacing can seem like it's so down, and then just one or two quips from the right character at the right time. Usually Trevor, but
yeah, usually Trevor. But in season 3, I'm finding Saint Germain.
yeah, Saint Germain. And Cypher getting a few good ones herself
Yeah, she
too,
does.
especially when they're sitting in there with the judge.
Oh yeah,
And Trevor don't want to look at her. He's like, not looking at you.
because if I look at you, I'm gonna say yes, and I don't want to say yes. I just want to leave.
And she pushed it. She pushed it. She got her wish.
Yeah. So yeah, that and that's why I think like this series is gonna keep working. Now, one of the things that I hope happens because I think season 4 already got picked up.
It definitely did.
Yeah, because
They ended season 3 heading somewhere, so season 4 got picked up.
and the funny thing about it, if you go on Netflix now, they have like the rankings of what's being, and they're like top 10.
It's what was it, like number 8 when I last looked at it?
Last I looked at it was 5.
It was somewhere
That
between
was this
8 and 5.
afternoon. Yeah. This afternoon was like 8. It was I think it was 5 because Altered Carbon season 2 was either 3 or 4, I think. But
I'm
I'm
trying to look
I'm
it up.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay. As much as I like the Castlevania series, one of my favorite characters is Simon Belmont. So I'm hoping that they get to do more stuff in the because
I,
the Castlevania series has like over 20 years of
I'm starting to
story they can
think
do.
though. I'm starting to think they get to Simon. Simon's gonna get like 5 seasons.
Well, yeah, the way they do it, if you go by the 3 games, yeah,
Nah, I'm just saying, just in general, like, 'cause we're going into the 4th season. We know that Trevor and Cypher is still there.
yeah.
So I mean, if they do get that far along, this is going to be a very long series.
Well, like I said, they got like over 20 years of stuff to pull from. So, I mean, I would be surprised if they go into like the side stuff with like Soma and Shanoa and the
Well,
who's it?
Soma's stuff isn't. That's later. It's not really
That's
a
way
side.
later. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
But
what I,
they might avoid going into the story with Christopher and his son, because that wasn't really related to Dracula at all. And they definitely wholly skipped over all the stuff with Leon.
yeah,
So
and they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. I can see that. Now the other one is they're gonna have to talk about Richter because of Alucard. So we know
yeah,
Richter's gonna come at some point.
Richter and Maria.
Yeah, they're gonna come at some point just because they have Alucard and the stuff that I see them doing with Alucard. I'm like, okay, yeah, they at some point, like either season 5 or 6, Richter's gonna show up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where they're going with that. But like, I like what they're doing. I think they're doing it in the proper way. Honestly, 10 episodes. That's exactly what you need. I don't need 20 episode seasons of anime.
No,
Eight to
just
10. 8 to 10. Get your story out.
yeah,
And let's be honest, Warren Ellis is doing an excellent job with
excellent job
writing.
with the story. He's
Yeah,
doing a great job with this story.
yeah. Mad props, sir. Mad props to him for crafting this. So Yeah, I will probably once I finish it, which should be either tonight or tomorrow at the latest. I'll put up a fresh take, spoiler-free review of season 3, and I might do a spoiler-filled one. We'll probably do a spoiler-filled one later, where we just talk
Yeah.
about the whole thing. I'll give everybody at least
Give you a week. Give you a
I'll
week
give
or
you two.
two.
I'll give you 2 weeks tops before I put out the spoiler field one. So we'll do it like that. But that pretty much is the end of this episode of the Winging It podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Leave some comments, all the other good stuff, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I don't mind comments, so y'all can freely leave a comment. We will talk to you. We don't bite, so we don't. So Andre, anything you want to pimp out?
Man, I think I did the only pimping I really was going to do was talking about the Animal Crossing thing, but that's not until next week anyway. So I
Yep.
mean, it's just going to be my normal stuff. Like I'm still working on videos and my other side personal projects and books and stuff. So
Okay. All right. There are going to be a couple more Let's Talk next week. I do plan on doing a vid for Dragon Ball's Kefla gameplay. I'll have that up next week as well as my first impressions of Darksiders Genesis. I'm gonna go back to doing impressions on games that I'm playing, so I'll have that up as well. I don't know if I'm gonna go back into live streaming. At this point, I'm trying to wait and make sure I can do this properly. you know, but if you do want to play some games with me, just hit me up on my Discord channel. Link is in the description, and just let me know what you want to play. I'll jump on it with you. So that's that for this episode. Leave a comment, like I said before, and we'll catch you on the next one. Wakanda forever.
peace out, everybody.